educational system. This week, we've been looking at, in the previous conversations, the insula and the interoceptive network to build a powerful mindset in a child. So, this week, we're going to look at maybe four different meditative or mind body practices. So, to begin with, the interoceptive network is truly important, and the insula, which we said was a switch that allows us to switch back and forth between our resting state, which is the default network, default mode network, the um, thinking state, which has to do a lot with our executive functionings, cognitive skills, remembering, just ordering, organizing, and also the salience network, which is our fight or flight, as well as the impetus that gets us started on projects. So, all of these three different parts of our cognitive thinking is regulated by the insula. And so, the activities that I've been researching are activities that actually build one's interoceptive network as well as the insula. And we know that these two networks are really important for our children because they're bombarded, especially when I spoke about my teaching children with autism, they're bombarded with external sensations all the time. And a lot of times, especially early on, it's hard for them to make sense of what's happening. And more importantly, to articulate how they're feeling about things that are happening around them, which actually helps when they're able to articulate about these feelings, helps in building their interpersonal relationships. And that's a part of the insula too, and the interoceptive network. It's the social aspect of our lives. So these two areas of our brain have also been implicated in and play a huge role in attention, intention, and other cognitive functions. So that's why building up of these two areas is so important. And so we're going to look at some of these building up activities, such as meditation, mindfulness, yoga, and Tai Chi. But there are other mind body practices as well. We're just going to focus on these four this week. Well, all of these activities, all of these mind body activities help in the maintenance of self regulation, which is what I found hugely important in staying on this topic for quite a while, as you all know. It's just a wonderful thing for me to find out that self regulation can be taught, and that because of the neuroplasticity of the brain changes over time, and the person is able to gain a lot of these and retain a lot of these skills themselves. And as I look at self esteem, it's feeling good about oneself. And I think a huge factor in that is knowing that one can control one's own behaviors. So, through my research, I found out that meditation has been compared and sometimes mixed in with mindfulness because they have similar outcomes. They both help a person to focus with intention on bodily functions and sensations, and they also redirect the mind when it begins to wonder and it becomes distracted. Well, in meditation, which we'll focus on today, I found that there have been many forms of meditation over the years, and the one that was mentioned in the articles that I've been looking at state that there's two broad categories of meditation: um, focused attention and open monitoring. And open monitoring is sometimes referred to mindfulness meditation, and we'll take a look at that a little bit later. So, focused attention meditation. Now, this was pretty interesting to me because we've been talking about this in previous conversations. Remember when we were talking about doing the body double chart, having a child make a paper chart of their bodies, and then focusing on different parts of the body and having the child understand where their head and their heart, their lungs, and all of these different parts of our body are by looking at this chart. Well, actually, when we started talking about breathing and focusing on the heartbeat, that's focused attention. And in some practices, a mantra. Now, focused attention meditations have been shown to enhance a person's ability to detect and disengage from a distraction. And remember when we were talking about the child smelling the flower and blowing out the candle, and how I found that simple activity helped to uh, allow a child to disengage from possible deregulation? Well, it was the truth that actually is what it was doing. It was redirecting their attention from the thing that was stimulating them, and their attention was on their breathing. And so this practice is believed by some to lead to increasing one's ability to decrease mind wandering and increase attention. So, a simple tool such as meditative focusing our attention on our breathing and our heart rate can make a difference. So, I really highly recommend teaching this tool to our children because it's something that's not only helping them um, surmount and get through a possible event that's causing them to deregulate, but it's also teaching them how to self regulate, which is a huge, huge activity for any child to learn. So, tomorrow we'll take a look at a couple of other ideas. Thank you for being with me today. And please remember to subscribe. And thank you for those of you who have. And until then, take care. Bye bye.